Welcome, everybody. This is Hope for Your Pelvic Floor, the podcast. And I'm Claire Sparrow. I am your host, and I welcome you all with open arms, with a massive, positive, and hopeful hug. We are here together to talk about all the unspoken topics around your pelvic health, your positive physical health, your mental health, everything to do with being a woman where we're not actually speaking out. We're not sharing with our friends. We're not asking our mums. We're keeping quiet about things. And the big thing for me is that quiet, that almost feeling like there's a secret about pelvic floor exercises. This is a biggie for me, and we are going to talk so much on the topic of pelvic floor exercises and why there is no secret. Everybody's not doing pelvic floor exercises and like keeping it a secret from you how to do it. Nobody's really doing them. And when they do them, they're not that effective. So we give up. So we're going to have a lot of conversations around that. And not only are we going to have conversations around it, I'm going to give you tangible tips, tangible ideas, little takeaways, things that you can implement into your everyday life. So it's not all talk. We're going to have some action. I don't know about you, but I'm a big podcast listener. I love a good podcast. And what I find is that so many give such great information, brilliant conversations, and it's great consumption, and I really value it. But sometimes I go away and I think, well, what am I going to do with that? Am I going to do anything? Do I have time to do anything with that information on that particular podcast? And to be honest, I'm super busy. And so, more often than not, I go, that was great, and then it's gone. So, my aim with the podcast is that I'm going to keep these short. We're going to meet every week, and I'm going to make sure that I'm realistic because I know you. You are me, I am you. I am busy. I am running two businesses, I'm traveling, I have three kids. I'm busy too, and I fit in and I prioritize my pelvic health in a way that's accessible, that fits my life, that maybe looks different to the norm. So I'm going to make sure that I give you some tangible steps, some easy ways that you can integrate maybe a shift in mindset or an exercise, whatever it might be. For those of you that don't know me, I've just rambled on quite a lot about why we're here. But who on earth am I? Who am I to be here talking to you today about pelvic health? Well, I'm Claire Sparrow, and I have really made it my mission over, wow, the last over 20 years. I'm showing my age now. And it's been my mission really to be the voice of hope and to bring forwards to women, whether it's the Pilates teachers that I work with, or whether it's you listening here, or members in my membership, bring forward what's possible. What is possible for you right now, and setting goals for your future, asking for more. And I remember back to when I was actually in my dance career, a dance teacher and a choreographer, and I worked with this beautiful movement and theatre company in Scotland where it was a group of adults with learning disabilities who'd brought themselves together. They had self-formed this most amazing and inspiring theatre company and enlisted people to support them, people to come in and teach them. And I went as a choreographer. They'd had some other people work with them in the past, and I went as a choreographer. And what struck me was that often their experience had been that there were low expectations of them, that they weren't pushed or challenged. And I was quite the opposite in that environment. And I think it was really in that moment that I realized that I always ask for more. Whether it's for me, whether it's adults I'm teaching dance to, or whether it's you suffering in silence because you have a pelvic organ prolapse. And that amazing theatre company, we choreographed probably my most favourite piece together in collaboration. We created a piece that we took and performed in a massive venue, in a massive festival in Glasgow, and it was huge. And They got a standing ovation and they really showed what's possible when you ask for more. And so I'm here to ask for more. And in my own transformation from feeling very lost, very confused, let down by myself and my body, when I discovered that I had pelvic organ prolapse, I just felt so hurt, just left on the sidelines. I felt like that was it. I was out to pasture, wasn't going to be much good for any of the activities and way of living that I wanted to have, especially as a mum. I mean, I was a bit of a tomboy, out riding my bike, climbing trees, playing out. I was ready as a mum to boys to live out my childhood again. And the idea of not being able to do those things because of what I perceived as a limitation I had to accept because I was told I had 3 children, this was to be expected. And I just knew after grieving in a way, grieving this diagnosis and the type of mum that I wanted to be, I decided that this wasn't me and this wasn't going to be the end. And I knew enough at that point about well-being, about mental health, because I'd suffered with postnatal depression, and I knew about the importance of mindset in the healing journey. I knew about some basics about anatomy and fascia and how we actually are designed to move and function in everyday life, that I felt I owed it to myself to explore a little bit more and look at what might be possible. And thankfully, through a lot of hard work, research, study, training, I was able to not only improve my prolapse symptoms, but I actually became a whole new me. Like, I actually never want to go back to that before, because what I am in my body, who I am in my body, who I am in my confidence and in my just everyday self-worth and how I show up in the world, I just feel brand new and amazing because of this work that I've done, because I understand myself. I learned so much more about myself and my body, and I feel amazing. And I keep doing that work because I keep wanting to feel amazing. And I say this all so that you know that it is possible. And even although the loud voices out there are saying, just download the Squeezy app, just do Kegels, just accept it, or it's your age, it's your hormones, it's this, it's that, it's the other. Maybe so. That doesn't mean that there's not something you can do to help your pelvic floor, whether it's prolapse or incontinence or pain or you've got a nerve condition, whatever it might be. Even if you're just like, I'm not sure it feels right down there is something you can do. There absolutely is. And I'm here to be that voice of hope for you. So I'm going to be here every week. This is our first episode, so it's going to be a little bit of trial and error. And I would absolutely love, because I'm here for you, I would absolutely love for you to go over to Instagram, Hope for Your Pelvic Floor. It's not going to be hard to find Hope for Your Pelvic Floor on Instagram, and actually jump in there and tell me. You can DM me, you can let me know in there. What would you like me to talk about in these podcasts? Because I have a list. I've got lots of things I'd love to share with you. And I want to make sure that what I share is truly, truly of value to you, so that you know you're going to have that positive input from me every week that's going to keep you feeling supported, keep you on the track towards the pelvic floor that you desire, the life that you desire. So if you have anything you want me to answer, any questions that you have, just anything at all, I would absolutely love to hear from you over on Instagram. There's also Facebook and, all the things. And you'll either be watching me, I'm waving, on YouTube, or you'll be listening on all the places. You can also message me there. You can leave a review. You can share this with anybody that you think, oh, this might be for them. And that really, really helps me to know how best to be here and serve you. So, as promised, as we come to the end of this introduction first ever episode, I want to give you a really simple takeaway to help you actually reset your pelvic floor under the conditions of stress. I know you're laughing. I'm laughing. That's an everyday occurrence, is it not? So, in those moments of stress, it can actually prevent your pelvic floor from working in a coherent, cohesive, synchronized way in your body. And a super quick way of resetting that you can do anywhere, you don't require any equipment, is to come back to your breath, okay? So to do this little exercise, all you're going to do is bring awareness to your breath just for a moment, noticing your breath. Now, often in a breathing exercise or a breathing technique, we focus on the inhale. When we're in stress, we're already in the inhale, we're already a bit stuck in there. What I'd love you to do is focus on the exhale. So you're going to go ahead and breathe out as long as you possibly can. So it's going to be an out breath until there's none, there's none, there's none. And then automatically the inhale comes in. Inhaling is a reflex. You're born, you breathe in. Okay, we have that natural reflex. The exhale's where the work is at. The exhale is what we need to focus on. So go ahead, breathe out all your breath. Let's do it one more time. Breathe out all your breath. Wring every last atom of breath. Don't you feel better already? I feel less stressed already. I was looking forward to being here and sharing with you, but it's also exciting stress. So this is your simple exercise to do to help you to reset your pelvic floor. And maybe over the coming weeks, I will teach you a little bit more about why that works, how that has anything to do with your pelvic floor. But right now, trust me, try it. And even if you just feel better and less stressed, it's going to help your pelvic floor. It's been amazing to be here and share this first episode with you. I'm Claire Sparrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, you are stronger than you know, and I'm here to remind you of that every single week. Until next time, keep moving forward with hope.